that button.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the official Orion Drift tournament. Of course, this is going to be round 2. It is going to be an absolutely incredible matchup that we're going to be witnessing to kick off the tournament for the quarterfinals. It's going to be that one person and Bray J competing here tonight one-on-one to determine who's going to be advancing in this matchup. As you can see already at the early portion of this game, you saw that one person who scored right there. As Bray J now wasting absolute little time already, going to try to carry that ball to the other side of the net. Again, ladies and gentlemen, you're witnessing the quarterfinals. As that one person, again, the dark horse, could be the one to win the championship. He does score again for a second time. And now Bray J, look at this. Bray J, at this point in time now, could he actually try to score for the first time in this match? We're going to find out in just a matter of moments before Bray J, of course, now again, trying to get in control of the ball. That one person, though, this is not going to be good. Look at this. That goes in. A shot right there. Bray J, of course, now looking at perhaps maybe his toughest opponent yet, as that one person, again, continues to add a lot of pressure. The aggressive play style, of course, from that one person who's continuing to apply that in this matchup, the first of many different matches that we're going to be seeing in the tournament series. And Bray J just scored for a first time on his end. And that one person looking to, again, regroup and re-strategize, now take it into the air. Look at this. That one person's about to hit it. Can he actually score it? Very close, and he does, with a shot right there to the side of the net. And now this is currently 4-1. There's only 3 minutes and 20 seconds and counting. There's still plenty of time for sure. Plenty of time for sure for Mr. Bray to come back in this matchup, but will he actually do so? And could be, oh my, got caught. That one person up midair, gonna actually score, perhaps maybe in just a matter of moments. The ball up the side of the barricade. Here comes that one person midair yet again, has a hold of the ball. In the quarterfinals of the tournament to determine again the first ever Orion Drift champion. Look at that absolutely incredible move right there, and a shot against the net. Bray J again may have looked, or perhaps maybe looking at his toughest opponent, as Bray J now again is going to try to take his fair share here. Can he score? Missing through. That one person bringing the offense now. The ball on the other side. Those two again, just look at it, lightning quick, making sure that they're going to try to get it. And a shot again from that one person. It is 6-1. That one person again, like I said, could have been, maybe, could be the dark horse to win this match. And Bray J gonna carry the ball to the side. And now those two gentlemen again meeting up. And now these guys are battling back and forth to see who's gonna control it. Open wide, net right there, and another one. 7 points already here from none other than that one person. And you can actually see perhaps maybe frustration is building up inside here in this matchup. Hey, Bray J, you have nothing to be ashamed of. I thought you did really good in there. I thought it was absolutely incredible. Starting with you, I guess. Starting with you here, Bray J. Bray J, I got to tell you, you actually did a really good job in there, in my opinion. Of course, it was a tough task, but it looks like tonight you couldn't actually advance in this tournament. Your thoughts?
Oops. Am I so bad right now?
Hey, it's okay. You did great.
I know, man. I tried my best, but I haven't been on since like this morning because I thought the tournament started this morning. So
that's rough.
Well, you did good nonetheless, and there's going to be plenty more opportunities down the road. And who knows? Maybe one day you are going to capture the gold of the championship. But with that being said, the winner of this first round here tonight of the quarterfinals, ladies and gentlemen,
I think you did
this is that one person. That is great sportsmanship, thankfully. But what is going through your mind? I mean, you were able to defeat now Bray, so it looks like you're continuing again this momentous streak.
I guess I don't know really what to think.
You got to get a good look at that badge.
Oh yeah.
Well, with that being said, again, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to continue. But guys, good job, guys. You guys did great. Just saw the great matchup moments ago. We saw Bray J versus that one person. That one person advanced. Now it's going to be Pickles is better versus it's going to be RBR Vibes. 1-on-1 again to determine the champion. And Pickles is better was close and scored the first time. Now scored officially for the second time already. Here with portion here. Vibes now first taking on. Well, Vibes is of course issuing the fact that he is facing some form of disadvantage right now. And could be perhaps maybe the reason it could attribute as to why perhaps maybe Vibes is actually losing with a shot right there, but here comes Pickles is better. Again, early portion of this matchup. Once again, great sidestep there.
Good game, bro. Good game.
And now Vibes, of course, is already staying a good game. It's not over just yet, Vibes. You still got a
Yes, it is my MI, bro.
Well, nonetheless, as you can see, 4 minutes and 13 seconds and counting, but 2 points for Pickles as Pickles with a shot right there again, and the ball's in free play. Who's going to get control? And that is none other than Vibes before Pickles just blocked it. And now Pickles again eyeing for a championship opportunity. Has been looking to make sure he's going to win this championship. As Pickles now having a hold but dropping the ball. Here comes Vibes now. Has control of it before Pickles, of course, took back control. Vibes now and Pickles going back and forth like a game of checkers. Here's Vibes. Can he actually throw it to the other side? And it looks like, again, great sequence from Vibes. He started to pick up the pace. And now Vibes is going to do it. Oh my, Pickles with a great block there. Seconds away from seeing perhaps a goal before Pickles was able to block it there. And Vibes now making sure that Pickles is not gonna score. Great defense again from Vibes nonetheless. And now Vibes now looking right into the eyes of Pickles.
Oh my
before
God!
Pickles again
Why
with a
is my
block.
bound? All right.
So Vibes, of course,
I can't even blame anything else, bro.
Vibes, of course, having some form of or at least some form of disadvantage. But it looks like right now, it looks like he's continuing here. A point there from Vibes, as Pickles is better standing at 2, but Vibes is at 1 point, and if Vibes can do it a first time, he can do it a second time.
I'm actually gonna tweet. I'm gonna tweet.
But a third goal right there in behalf of Pickles right now. And again, a lot of frustration building in a game like this.
Stay back.
And now Pickles now with a shot. And again, another shot. And that was a goal right there. Listen, at times frustration does tend to happen when it comes to a game like this in Orion Drift. There's a lot of pressure and there's a lot of course, anxiety at times. And you can already see here, Vibes now, of course, a bit upset for what's happening here. And Vibes, though, again, in my opinion, still doing a really good job. But nonetheless, though, again, an open shot. And you can see Pickles just continues his way, and Pickles actually just saw the goal right there on behalf of Vibes. Vibes has 2 points right now, so Pickles has to understand that Vibes is beginning to fight back in this match, but it's Pickles he's going to provide more of the offense right now. And now Vibes here, of course, very, very frustrated here, beginning to have that frustration building, but you got to watch out. You don't want to let that frustration really ruin the mental psyche of your matchup here tonight, as Pickles is better now, gonna score. Oh, that was a great block from Vibes, but not enough before Pickles was able to score for a 6th time in this match. 1:58 seconds and counting in this absolutely incredible Orion Drift tournament. Quarterfinals to determine the championship. As you can see, Vibes now already claiming that it's over, but we're going to find out, though, nonetheless. And the ball hitting through, but Pickles now looks like it's going to take control.
Again.
And Pickles is better, who's looking to make sure he's going to score from over there. Couldn't actually do so. There's still a chance, Vibes. You don't want to count yourself short. There's still a chance. In fact, a pretty good chance. And Vibes now going to score. 1:27 seconds, and Vibes just scored for a 3rd time, and I'll tell you, there's still a chance. A pretty good chance right now. Pickles, he's at 6. Vibes, he still has a huge ladder to climb against Pickles at this point in time, but it's still definitely doable. But Pickles with a shot. And Vibes, I think, is having some sort of trouble. I'm not sure what's going on his end, but he's having some form of trouble that, again, brings him a form of disadvantage in this matchup. But Vibes is still going to continue to fight back nonetheless, and he's not going to stop anytime soon. Vibes now, again, blocked through, and Pickles is better now, going back up already. Mid-air, has a hold of the ball, gonna actually score. Incoming shot, perhaps, mid-air. Look at this. Can he actually do so? No. Vibes standing by. Shot right. Oh, looks like it missed through, but nonetheless, as you can see here, the goal.
I am lagging.
Wait a minute. Wait, Vibes now again. Vibes is going to hit it before Pickles just ruined the parade. That was very close nonetheless here.
My MI is so good right now.
Are ticking down right now. As the seconds are ticking down, Pickles is better, might very well be the favorite to win this matchup due to the fact that there might not be enough time right now for Vibes to bounce back in this match, but I'll tell you, it was a very, very good valiant effort. Oh my, a shot again, Pickles. 8 points to 3. 10 seconds at this point in time, guys. The match may very well just be over at this point in time, but listen, and Vibes just allowing Pickles to score right there. Hey, listen, I think in my opinion, in my opinion, Vibes, you shouldn't really be upset. I think you actually did a really good job nonetheless, but of course the match is over with, and Pickles is better, has officially now advanced in the tournament to see you compete. And what was going on in there? Explain to the audience why today was a bit of a mishap.
So I was lagging really bad, that's it. My VR has been doing this since the first round, and yeah, it's just keeps spiking. It's stupid.
Well, hey, listen, again, there's going to be plenty of opportunities, and I heard you said maybe next time, and again, that may very well be it. Maybe next time you'll have a great chance in becoming, again, a champion, which is a definitive chance. But as you can see here, where is Pickles? Pickles, who won, could be celebrating his victory early. But I got to tell you, it was a really good matchup between the two. There's Pickles. Pickles, is there anything you want to say on the victory?
I just I feel like I could win the next round, but like I think Vibes did a good job. Except he had some
never
MI
mind.
problems.
My MI was really going down for a second, and then boom, back to 25. Amazing.
So it looks like, again, a little bit of discrepancy going on. Nonetheless, though, of course, Pickles is better, even giving some sportsmanship, and that's what it's all about when it comes to sportsmanship on this game here on Orion Drift. But coming up next, we got the final match of the evening, I believe, before we get into the semifinals, which is going to be taking place this Sunday to determine the first champion ever on Orion Drift. It's going to be Smalls versus JJ, which, by the way, a little interesting story. JJ is a newcomer. He's going to be playing for the first time. The reason why he's here is because Tech Quest, the original opponent for Smalls, was supposed to go one-on-one against Smalls here tonight. However, Tech Quest couldn't make it. Therefore, JJ is going to be replacing Tech Quest here to determine again who's going to be advancing between Smalls and JJ up next. So it is official. It is the final match of the evening to again continue to see who's going to be advancing into the semifinals next week. It's Smalls versus JJ. JJ, of course, competing for the first time here tonight. Again, as I stated before, Tech Quest was supposed to be competing here tonight. He was supposed to be facing Smalls. However, it's not happening. And the reason for that is because Tech Quest couldn't actually show up here tonight. So the replacement for Tech Quest is JJ, Jazzy JJ, who makes his first appearance as Smalls, of course, now scored right there. Jazzy JJ, of course, is not necessarily he is a newcomer when it comes to Orion Drift. This is his first matchup here on Orion Drift, a part of the Network, but I'll tell you, he really is going to bring the fight. Here comes JJ and Smalls, walking back and forth. The ball's in the side. Look at this. It's going to go through. Can it actually make it? He does. JJ just scored right there. JJ has just scored 1 point apiece right now. JJ already picking up the pace. Is it going to be enough, however, for Smalls for him to try to bounce back in this matchup? We're going to find out exactly what's going to be taking place. Smalls now going through in the middle of the map. And look at Jazzy JJ.
I do good every single time
Wait a
in
minute.
pro lobbies.
Is he actually going to perhaps maybe score right there? We're going to find out. JJ could be scoring for a second time in this match. Is he actually going to be doing it here? And now JJ at this point in time is going to do it. Look at this. He's going to do it. Oh my God, he just scored for a second time. Smalls. 2-1. 3 minutes and 36 seconds of counting.
Are we not going to talk about the fact that I just disappeared for like a bit because I lagged out completely?
Well, that's only a couple of seconds. It didn't affect the entire game. As JJ, of course, back in control of the matchup, and Smalls, of course, trying to bounce back. Come on, Smalls. JJ's bringing the fight right now. And that's what's happening here. And JJ about to score again. Missing through. Now this is Smalls' chance to against try to make it into a tie.
I hit the ball like
and
so
now
many
Smalls
times, it just goes
hitting the ball here. Smalls, of course, couldn't necessarily grab the ball yet again. Here comes JJ. Smalls now back in control. Well, again, it's a physics-based game. It's a very hard game to try to master. And that was close. That was centimeters away. Smalls trying to again hit it. He does successfully. Just scored it for a second time. This is going to be a tie. JJ at 2. Smalls is at 2. This great matchup really taking place here tonight again to determine who's going to be advancing here. Oh, look at this. Here comes JJ, scoring in perhaps maybe. Smalls with a great block. Smalls now jumping over midair here. And throws the ball on the other side. You know, it doesn't really matter if it's scored or not. At the very least, Smalls is going to try to make sure the ball is in enemy territory for JJ. Look at this. Oh my God, that was close. Holy cow, that was close. Very close. But JJ was able to save it right there. And JJ again up and over the top, sidestepping Smalls. Oh my goodness gracious, what's going to happen here? JJ already running. Oh my goodness, I was going to say, swinging for the fences is JJ. Oh my, as you can see this matchup, and JJ just scored. Sorry, partner.
Right into you.
Well, that's what happens in Orion Drift until the developers do, of course, get the chance to release the spectating camera. But nonetheless, though, it's going to be Smalls who's going to tie it up with 3 points apiece. Again, everybody's been excited about this, the Orion Drift tournament.
See me like smacking the ball like 4 times and it just goes nowhere?
Again, for the championship, and again, it looks like it's, oh, wait a minute, here comes the ball yet again. I was going to say that everyone's been talking about this Orion Drift championship when Eon was making sure that they really become the first ever champion in Orion Drift. You're part of Eon Network, the first of its kind, and actually, again, being able to host for who's going to be the champion. Smalls now has the advantage, taking control of the ball now in the driver's seat, and perhaps maybe he's going to have a great shot. Look at this. Smalls wasting time. JJ on the other side. Very smart of JJ to play defense. Hitting through already.
I'm recording everything. Like
Smalls, you got to watch out right there. Uh-oh, JJ with a shot, however, missed through. Again, this is a 3-on-3 right now. 3-point points apiece for both of these guys. These guys are neck and neck.
Oh yeah,
when
I
it comes
just
to
tried
skills.
to grab my. I just tried to
Look at
grab
this.
this
Oh,
and my
got a
my
score right there
my
in behalf of Smalls.
And it
Smalls
went to
step
red.
4. 54 seconds
Am
left.
I B?
JJ has
Am I
53 seconds and counting left. The question is JJ going to actually try to
I'm gonna
battle
go play
back?
Corlon.
Is it going to happen? Is he actually going to try to bounce back in this match? Can it be enough time? As you can see, Jazzy JJ again trying to desperately beat the odds here. But Smalls, though, adding more pressure as he just scored right there. 5 points in behalf of Smalls as JJ looking on. And now again to determine for what would be the first time the champion being held on Orion Drift on Eon Network. It has been an incredible tournament since the beginning. As you can see again, a shot already. Oh my goodness, JJ having a hold. Smalls now having a hold of the ball as well. There's only 10 seconds left. Are we going to see a final goal? And a final goal, perhaps, that could have been the final last-ditch effort in Flurry.
The winner of this match.
And you can see here the match is going to officially end. But JJ, in my opinion, did a really good job here tonight. I thought it was great.
Dude, that Wi-Fi was...
Hey, listen, you know what?
I'll tell you that. You did good.
It was a very good matchup. In fact, as we're still recording, I was going to ask you, I guess... I'll ask Jazzy JJ first. I mean, this was your first time competing here tonight, a part of the Eon Network, and you gotta admit, it has been perhaps a very interesting time for you.
I mean, I had a lot of fun. I didn't care about winning. I'm just happy I got to play with you guys. Even though we're not great friends, I still had a great time, and I'm proud of him. Definitely better than
You missed.
I expected. So.
Well, I thought you did really good, and I'm glad that you had fun. But of course, none other than Smalls, who is Smalls right now. Smalls, I was gonna ask you exactly. I mean, you were heading into this matchup. I gotta actually ask you. You thought at one point in time perhaps you were to lose. I heard you in the first couple of minutes. You doubted yourself, but you ended up winning. What was going on there?
I'm on like 2G Wi-Fi. My Wi-Fi was so bad. I'm literally on 2G right now.
Well, Smalls, hey, nonetheless, you made it. You, of course, advanced into the semifinals, which is going to be taking place next Sunday, of course, live on Eon Network's Orion Drift, and it's going to be an absolutely splendid evening for what will be happening, of course, next Sunday. Thanks for joining us, everyone. I'm Adrian Matt here. Good night, everyone. For all these great competitors, we'll see you next time, next Sunday.
I dropped my recorder.
In the Orion Drift Tournament semifinals.